Peace be upon you. I am Qadi Tayyib. This is Qur'anomics. This is part 20 from the Islam of the Quran to the Islam of the Hadith. Imam Al-Shafi'i, the true founder of traditional Sunni Islam religion. The title, The Hands of Reason Remains Blind. In one word, where the Sunnah is found, the hand of freedom remains blind. And this is what Al-Shafi'i declares in different forms and various topics from his book, The Message to the Mother. No one has an order with the messenger of God, and he may have that from the point of view of the opinion if the Sunnah is not confirmed. But if the Sunnah is to be found, he must abandon the work of himself, and the people are obligated to abandon every work that is found different from the Sunnah. Book of Risala, page 425. In other words, enslavement. Whatever they say goes. And this is the true meaning of flock. And this is, and it's written right there in his book, page 425. You are the flock. You listen to me. You are on this religion. You are a flock. You're sheep. You don't think. We do the thinking for you. And he continues, there is no proof with the Sunnah, and there is nothing in it except to follow it. The book of volume 3, page 193. And he continues, what the Sunnah indicates, there is no excuse for anyone who goes against the saying of the Sunnah. Book of Risala, page 576. And when he says the saying of the Sunnah, we're talking about the saying of himself or his scholars or his minions. And he also continues, the Sunnah, as long as it exists, is independent of others. Book of volume 7, page 278. And he continues also, if the Hadith is proven from the Messenger of God, there is no proof for anyone after that. Book Al part 7, page 202. Also, there is nothing in the Sunnah but submission, and parables are not set for him, and standards are not applied to him. Book of Al part 4, page 429. We notice everything, all the enslavement, or the translation, if you translate what his statement, what he says, he's talking about pure enslavement. Meanwhile, in the book of God, in the Quran, you never find this. You don't find this period at all. So which one has more freedom? Follow Al-Shafi'i or follow God? Follow the Quran. And other private opinions of Al-Shafi'i establishes a new religion. Although the pool of hadith is from the community, but its inventory is facilitated to the hands of a few with negative consciences. And they are the jurists and the religious clergymen to respond to the community itself as a whip that plagues their lives day and night and generation after generation. Exploiting hadiths with turbulent balances in terms of content mainly and the chain of transmission in the second place. Shafi'i. Al-Shafi'i declares abolition of the intellect by the intellect, abolishing the mind with the mind. Al-Shafi'i did not abolish the intellect with the intellect literally because he was not capable of it, or possessing or having his culture, he and the rest of the people of jurisprudence, because it requires a philosophical and dialectical culture, because the intellect that emanates from it is more abstract than dialectical. Add to that, the abolition of reason remains a doctrine mentally and anti-mind. The truth is that Al-Shafi'i does not abolish the mind mentally, but rather entails a humiliating subordination to the religious order. In other words, just pushing it to a corner, limiting its playground. Not even the religious order as he hopes for the exalted Qur'an. Rather, as we have seen, the religious command represented by the Sunnah attributed to the Messenger, and which, had it not been for its lack of transcendence, would not have been made by Al-Shafi'i to make an effort to equate it with the domestic wisdom and to baptize it with a clear graduation, prudence, and unscripted revelation. And Al-Shafi'i, by establishing his new religion, restricted the mind to a narrow circle of dependence, and it did not abolish it completely. So we see how Al-Shafi'i made his statements loud and clear, his intention, his goal, and we and anyone who does not read the Quran will think, well, that's very strict, that's very dedicated to the religion. But no, when you compare it to the Quran, it's nothing like it. It's two separate manners, two separate religions, two separate beliefs, two separate freedoms. And don't dare to think in the religion of Shafi'i. We have scholars to think of you, to tell you what to do, and don't dare to do anything without their approval. That's why I left. So we will follow up with part 21. This is the end of part 20. I am Qadi Tayyib. This is Quranomics. We'll see you again in the upcoming part.